Okay, you're ready.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the February 23rd, 2021 Planning and Zoning Board. Members present are Eugenio Gonzalez.
Yes.
Alvaro Lurido.
Here.
And Diana Rio. I'm here. First thing is approving three meeting minutes from the September 22nd, 2021, October 27th, and January 26th. Anybody?
Make a motion to approve it.
We're gonna go one by one for the September 22nd.
I make a motion to approve.
Eugenio Gonzalez,
I was not here, so I have to abstain on that one.
may I second on that? Yeah, so I second the minutes for the September 22nd. For the October 27th,
I guess I will make a motion to approve it too.
no, I believe you were absent that day. Eugenio, so
I
Alvaro,
don't know.
No, Henny was here. 27,
The 27th, October 27th.
October 27.
okay, I'm sorry, okay,
Yeah, I think it was Humberto.
so, okay. So I have a motion to approve. And I will second that. And last, January 26th meetings. Everybody was here for that one, so
So I make a motion to approve that one.
Okay.
Need a second?
do you have a second?
The second.
Okay, all three meeting minutes have been approved.
Next item on your agenda tonight, old business, agenda item number 1, continued discussion on the existing fence ordinance 2003-01, the locations, height, and different materials available for placement on properties. Discuss the different types of decorative plastic and pre-constructed fences for front setback areas and rear yard areas. Discuss different samples of fences with notice of acceptance from Miami-Dade County. Existing ordinance 2003-01. What I did is I went in on the Miami-Dade County website and I printed out the NOAs with the different types of fences that are being used today. And there's samples of what they look like in the NOAs. And basically this would be to allow them on the property, not necessarily in the front yard, but on the property as a substitute to the wood fence or the existing chain link fences. Most people are going to these type of fences. I guess they're getting more affordable. And they have come to request them from us, but we usually turn them away and tell them that the only decorative fences that we allow in the front setback area of the property are, as you see in the old ordinance there, CBS with aluminum or iron bars, or just plain aluminum or steel pickets for anything in front of the house of the property. On a corner lot, it actually has two front yards, and they are required to have everything in front of the property. If they want to fence off the front property, they have to have it in the decorative picket. The wood or the plastic, or even the aluminum dog ear today is allowed from the front wall of the house back for corner properties and regular properties, interior properties. If you go through all the samples, you'll see different designs of fences. Again, you may want to take this home. It's a lot of material. And go through it and decide, probably in the next meeting or the following meeting when we have a full board. If you want to add some of these that have NOAs, which means notice of acceptance, which means that Miami-Dade County has put them through rigorous testing to make sure that they meet wind codes so that they don't blow away in a regular storm. I was going through them today. There are some actual nice looking ones for the front towards the back of the pack. But it's, they look like aluminum pickets, but they're actually plastic. As far as the front, we have a height limitation for a decorative fence not to exceed 5 feet in height, 6 feet if it's a CBS combination with the aluminum pickets. So I don't know if these, we would, they're shown in 72-inch, which would be 6 feet. But if you wanted to keep that or reduce the height.
Mr. Peña, I believe that we got some combinations already of concrete and metal on 65th, right? And other places in the city.
I need you to bring the microphone over because I
Okay.
can't hear you in the fishbowl.
All right. I understand that we have some combinations already of concrete and metal. As I believe that's the one I pay more attention on 65th on the new construction there, the doctors and the one in front of him. I think they're both big concrete and metal,
Correct.
right?
That's the type that's allowed now. But a lot of people say that that's a very expensive proposition and that these are less expensive yet accomplish the same goal of elegance and meet code as far as for wind velocity.
If the city will allow to put a fence in front of the property, the front of the house,
What's that?
the city will allow to put a fence.
As long as they don't exceed 5 feet with aluminum pickets or 6 feet with the CBS and aluminum picket combination.
But from the front of the property back, then you have 6, correct?
Then you have 6 feet,
Right, yeah.
which you could do either right now in chain link or wood, or the aluminum dog-eared picket.
So the proposition before us is to allow this type of new fencing materials,
The different types
be-
of fencing material that have come out over the
but to be
years.
in the front yard?
No, you
or
can
the
still
side
restrict
yard?
it to the rear yard and then just
Okay.
keep in the front the decorative aluminum or CBS block wall with the decorative aluminum or steel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But there are also versions of precast concrete walls that are designed to with slats that you put in that are prefabricated, and you could go 6 feet high and it's decorative on one side, smooth usually on the other side, or you could buy where it's decorative on both sides. And then it has since the panels are only a foot apart, they'll stack them to where you're allowed the height
Mhm.
so that you keep the visibility open and those are cheaper versions of a CBS block wall.
Okay.
And whatever we approve this meeting or next meeting, they still have to pull a permit and they have to be
Oh,
inspected.
correct,
Yeah.
yes. That doesn't bypass that
No,
that
at all.
requirement. It's just that right now we are restricted to just 2 or 3 types of fencing, and they keep coming in asking for this type of fencing that's allowed throughout Miami-Dade County. Or you could keep it the same. It's up to you.
No, I think that, I mean, in the rear and side yards, I think these would be fine. In the front yards or, anywhere facing the street, like in the corner lots, I believe that they look a little better if they're set back maybe 2-3 feet to allow for some landscaping to grow in between the sidewalk and the actual fence.
That could be a new requirement.
So, I mean, if you set back, let's say you set back 2 feet, you can go up 1 foot, some sort of equation
Formula.
that, right, that lets you put this type of fence. I think that as long as it's not like close to, right on the property line, and we enforce some sort of landscaping in front of it, I think we have to be a little bit more lenient. I understand the transparency that you want to have from the street to.
Well, we need the visibility angles for safety, but aside from that,
True too.
and out of driveways, it's things like that. But aside from that, most people want privacy on their property.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I understand that they also want to enclose the largest possible area from the property, so setting it back decreases their yard space by a few feet. But also, when you're walking on the sidewalk or driving by it, and to see that solid fence, whatever type of new fence it is, solid up against the sidewalk with no layering in between the sidewalk, the pedestrian, and the fence. I don't know. It seems like it needs something in
Correct.
front if you want to go that high.
Or again, you could go many ways with that. You could also require them to be 6 inches off the property line, as long as they put that walkcrete that goes on the wall that's a green vegetative covering that to grow on the wall and covers the whole wall eventually. You could also do that with that.
Right.
There's a good example right across the street
Yeah. Yes.
where the
Yes.
wall is being crept up by the vines that are taking over the.
Plus, that one is very transparent. It's very attractive.
Yeah.
But it's also very transparent because the solid is just
Right, the
maybe
slats are
2-3
wide
feet
apart.
high. Yeah. So an example like that would be perfect.
So I guess you could take the rest of it home with you and digest it. And at the next meeting, hopefully we'll have a full board and they can go over. I'll have the other packages that I have tonight for them delivered to their houses so they could include them in their books and they could review it so they'll be ready for the March meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Any further comments?
No.
Okay.
Well,
then-
yeah, I got a comment.
Go.
We are dividing this in 2 sections then. If we approve what goes on back of the property, we can go by the county and then we have to do our own requirements for the front. Is that what you're saying? Did I
For the
understand
front,
you?
for the front or for any side facing a street?
Yeah,
So basically for the corner
Okay.
lots and the front.
Yeah, as long as you could always make a section of the ordinance that says as long as the fence has an NOA or product approval from the state of Florida, then to allow that type of fencing in the rear part of the property, which either one will meet hurricane conditions.
Right. Yeah, that would suffice, I think. But, okay. Well, let's leave it then. So when we have a full board, we can
Correct.
vote on it.
Okay. If
Okay.
you have a motion to adjourn?
so move.
Make a motion.
Second.
Yes, sir.
Will you give me a call after you finish?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was that, all eyes?
Yes.
adjourn?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Álvaro Lorido,
Yes.
Eugenio Gonzalez,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
Thank you. Mr. Q, we're finished.